Dear Chloe, ever since I started therapy, I've been trying this thing called feeling your feelings, where instead of shoving my feelings into the deepest, darkest corners of my mind, crossing my fingers and desperately hoping that they disappear, I've been trying to feel them. Although I didn't know that there were so many feelings to feel all the time. Last night I couldn't fall asleep because I had so many feelings. And this morning when I woke up too early, I couldn't go back to sleep because I had so many feelings. I've been looking for jobs on LinkedIn. You know, a lot of them that come up are HR manager, project assistant, whatever. Positions that make me feel, on the whole, completely incompetent. Incompetent, unprepared, unprofessional, and altogether just very uninterested. So in desperation, I Googled, I have no idea what kind of job I want, and I found this article from Fran Dorf's advice column on the Muse. It goes something like this. Dear Fran, I have no idea what my passion is and can't find it. Regards, confused. Her response was really interesting. She was talking a lot about if you want to turn some kind of passion into a creative career, then you need to have a process for developing that passion instead of focusing only on an outcome. But the one line that stood out the most to me was this. Stop looking for unified patterns in all the talents and interests you have. I've been treating all my actions like they all lead up to one point, like I've been looking for my ikigai, my reason for living. My job, my hobbies, my interests, my family, my relationships, everything would come together into a single, perfect, harmonious image of what my life was supposed to be. For a long time, I thought that I would go to school, graduate, join the family business, I'd have a rocky start, but then I'd work really, really hard and then figure out what my spot is supposed to be, and then I would be happy for the rest of my life doing that. And that's not really how it's turning out. For the first time, it feels like I'm doing things without really knowing what the outcome is going to be or where I'm going, where I'm supposed to be going. And that's a very scary feeling, not having that security of knowing what the plan is. If there is some kind of plan, I'm not privy to it just yet. And if there is no plan, then oof. Maybe it's scary because now the responsibility is on me. When there is some kind of plan to follow, then as long as I followed the instructions, I should be fine. And I'm very good at following instructions. But if I'm the one making the plan now, then that means wherever it leads me, for better or for worse, that's gonna be my fault. Maybe I'm just afraid of starting something new at all. What if I get a job and it turns out I just don't like corporate life at all? I'm not suited for it. And if I have to start a creative career from scratch, then that means all my other experience is just years down the toilet. And how do I start a creative career without going broke before I'm any good at it? What if I never find anything at all? What if I just spend the rest of my life drifting from place to place? What if it just never matters? It is a dull but liberating truth that I am, like everybody else is, a work in progress. Please remember that if you're looking back at this in the future, looking back at me. I'm doing the best that I can, and maybe that might not amount to much later on the line, but I'm trying really, really hard to be good to me, and that's something that I haven't been able to do before. Talking it out, I feel a little bit more calm. So, thanks for listening. Sincerely, Chloe.